All right. Good morning, everybody. Like I said, Coach Palmer, let's do the waves. Coach Palmer's still on that well-deserved vacation. He's living a tough life on a boat in the Bahamas. So if anybody deserves that, he does. So anyway, just wanted to get the morning started with you. And today, Bill Sailing is going to join me for the 3 R's. So we're going to move quickly, but Bill, I'm going to let you get it started for us first, if that'll be all right with you, and get it going. And we need to unmute. You need to unmute your line. Okay. There you go.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, thanks everybody for giving me the chance to be on here. I'm going to make it very brief for you today. The words actually are words that I submitted to, and I didn't know I was going to be the one presenting them to you. And the reason I want to briefly go over what I'm going to say is so that everybody has kind of an outline. I'm going to define the words as they normally do. I'm going to tell you why I'm on the call, and then I'm going to try to show how these words have an effect upon you individually. The words that I sent was realistic, and I sent 2 words with it, reachable and reasonable. And those are words which can be attached to people in all walks of life, whether they're in brick and mortar or traditional business, or whether they're in the direct selling marketing business. The definition would be a fact or the state of being real, true, or genuine. It is actual or being sensible, reasonable, logical, rational. It is sound thinking and sound judgment, common sense within reasonable limits, sanity. Now, I want to begin with this statement. I in no way want to denigrate anything that's being said or any ideas, opinions of any others who are encouraging folks to step outside the box, to set goals further than they normally might set for themselves. I am not doing that. What I'm saying is that those goals can best be reached by reaching step by step reasonable, attainable, reachable, realistic goals. I was chosen for this opportunity for a couple of reasons. One is I spent a long time as a high school principal in Missouri, but before that I was a language arts teacher. So words have always meant a lot to me. What they say, what they mean, where you use them, how you use them, all those things have been important. So I really want to get into the fact that yesterday was the word bold, which might accurately describe me as I was a principal. It may not describe me now. The word more accurately for those days might have been blunt. The only negative things I got in my evaluation had to do with tact, T-A-C-T, because I always viewed tact as being a skillful way to manipulate the truth. But I always defended philosophies based on sound, data-based, realistic ideas. So the statement I want to make on how these things reach each of you is that each of us are different. If we are different in the way that we have whys, we have abilities, we have desires, dreams, then we should have different goals set for each one of us. What makes one person happy doesn't make another person happy. What makes one person feel like they have achieved something may not be satisfactory to someone else. What gives a person a feeling that they have achieved something important may not be appropriate to anyone else. Here's the point I want to make. We must be very careful not to put our goals onto other people, because we have to remember that those people are not us. It is great to have dreams. We can work toward those dreams. We can build goals, though, that in incremental fashion will get us to those dreams. Some people have loftier dreams than we have. That's okay. As long as we're better today than we were yesterday, and we're better tomorrow than we were today. Once we reach our smaller goals, we can always choose another challenging goal to take us one step further. I'm going to give you three quick examples. First one is for Myra. A good athletic system, or let's put it the other way, a poor athletic system cannot be changed, or seldom can be changed, in one season. But what we can do is a coach and a system of people can work on that system step by step, establishing challenging goals, and work their way toward a more powerful system that brings success. Another one would be something I'm very familiar with, is curriculum. We all have a picture of how we want that graduating high school student to look, what they need to know, what the skills they need to have to be successful in life. But they didn't get there in 1 year. We need to plan a curriculum for what they have in their senior year, for what they need to know and the skills they need to attain. But we need to build on that in the 11th grade year, and build on that in the 10th grade year, and build on that in the 9th grade year. The basic skills for that is 8, 7, 6, 5, and all the way down to preschool and kindergarten. All of those basic systems work on an incremental steps of reaching goals one at a time, but achieving that final goal, that lofty goal in the end. And in the final one is a stairwell. Many people here from all walks of life can really relate to a stairwell, a tall stairwell in a tall building. There are many people who are on those top steps, talking down to the rest of us. There are many people along the stairwell working their way up, some grabbing the coattails of the person above them, and that person is helping them go step by step. Once in a while, hopefully a lot of the time, we are reaching back and grabbing hands of people and taking them along step by step up with us. But alongside of us could be somebody who's taking those steps 2 at a time, and they're running up those steps. But at the base of the stairwell, 80%, the data tells us, there are people in those first few steps struggling to get up further than that. That's the process I'm talking about, step by step, working your way toward the top. I want to say that I'm finishing now to remember this, that the Level Up program works on these precepts, that you're better yesterday than you were the day before. You're better today than you were yesterday, and you're better tomorrow than you were today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Bill. As a former educator, Bill obviously has a passion for helping others. And so I really appreciate you taking the time to join me this morning. So I'm going to get going real quickly here. You know, we're going to go over 3 words. So, you know, here's the thing, we're going to tackle 3 at one time. So what I say right now is tackle up, saddle up your horse and let's get going right now. Get your pens and pencils ready. All right, realistic, reachable, and reasonable. I'm going to start with realistic. Realistic is defined as having a showing a sensible and practical idea of what can be achieved or expected. So for you, how realistic are you on what you can accomplish at the highest level? My guess, as we're all sitting here on this call this morning, is that everybody on here, we're probably not truly realistic of what we can do. We think we know, but we get to a point sometimes, don't we? We're not realistic and we quit pushing. Okay. So it's human nature to be cautious in our reality. I'm a believer, a big believer in being realistic, but settling in just to stay comfortable, no, I'm not. I'm not for that. So let me just give you an example of me that's happening right now. In my new job that I am about to go into, let me ask you a question. Is it realistic for me to think that I can accomplish what Greg Byrne or Anthony Green at the University of Alabama and Auburn University are doing in their athletic directors at the highest of levels right now? No, it's not. But me striving to attain things at that level is very realistic. Very realistic. So that's going to move me now into the next word, reachable. You know, and then reachable is able to be reached, accessible, or achievable. You know, we need to set big goals and dreams that are going to challenge us. But there's always that but in there. But always reachable. You know, we talked about, I can't remember if it was yesterday or last week, but we talked about celebrating all of the small wins, didn't we? When we're celebrating all of the small wins, guess what that does? It gives us energy. It gives us confidence. It gives us everything that we need to reach goals and to be realistic at the same time. Winning breeds confidence, and confidence drives us to our reachable goals. We're going to move on to reasonable now. Having sound judgment, fair and sensible. Sometimes I think I'm not real reasonable, and sometimes I think I'm very reasonable. And you're probably the same way. So when we are reasonable, we should approach any and every situation with the appropriate amount of caution. And then we're going to take sensible action. So combination of being realistic, reachable, and reasonable, y'all, truly, that's a terrific combination to climb and reach our goals. And just like Bill said, you work hard every day to be better than you were the previous day. So I have a 1% rule. We try to be 1% better each and every day. So I hope you got something out of this. And thank you again, Bill, for joining us. And you guys, I hope you have a great day. Look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Love you.
Blessings.
Thank you guys. Beautiful message.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank
Good day.
you.
Very
Wonderful.
good.
Thank you all for doing
Thank you.